Hi there. Hello there. Welcome to Real Talk with Angry Soccer Mom. I'm very happy if you're here. Please say hello. I'll be very excited to hear what you have to say tonight. There's lots going on, and the topics are, as always, every Wednesday night live show is about racism, bigotry, inequality, and corruption in America. And pretty much that's everything. So you can talk about whatever you want to do, what you want. And also I have some prepared topics. So welcome. Please say hello. This is a participation show where the less I talk, the better. So if you're around, please say hello. And we'll do call-ins later on after I do a rant. So let's get started. Welcome to Real Talk with Angry Soccer Mom. Our live show discussion topics, as always, include anything you feel is newsworthy about racism, bigotry, inequality, and corruption in America. And sad to say at this point, this means everything, pretty much. The show's meant to be an opportunity for viewers to speak their mind and also to serve as an educational tool in cultural competency with a focus on learning the truth about our real racial history and especially systemic racism in America, which is huge. There's so much to learn. It's a lifetime venture. If you're a white person, it's a lifetime venture. It's not like you don't get to the point where, all right, I'm there. It's a lifetime venture. We'll never know what it feels like precisely to live in a society based on, Ramses, welcome, based on white supremacy, gone mad, basically. So that's what it's about. And for us, it's a commitment to a lifelong journey of learning, and it is not easy, and it is not for the faint of heart, and you have to drop your ego, and people don't like to drop their ego, but if you don't, you're not going to get very far. It's just all about introspection. Ramses, thank you so much for being here. You got to be willing to do introspection and not be defensive. I I want to thank everybody for sending me breaking news, like I always do. And if you do want to send me breaking news, that's the link. And you can PM me there too. If you want to tell me something privately, I'd appreciate it. Or if you send me any breaking news, because I can't keep up. And I always am thankful for that. Next, after the rant, if you want to call in, I'm going to open it up for calls. So the number is this. And please call in and try to limit your chat to, a few minutes. I would talk to you all day long, but I've been told that I'm supposed to have people limit their conversation. Oh, I am Legend. Welcome. Coronism. Hello. Thoughts on kink at Pride? What are your opinions on gay and LGBTQ plus Pride Month? I think it's awesome. In fact, today I was walking down the street with my kid, and in our town, obviously we're, really into the pride parades, and they usually have, I don't know because of COVID if they're going to have it this year, but the entire crosswalk was one giant, basically pride flag, which was incredibly cool. Absolutely wonderful. T, welcome. Ask me anything you want. Coronism, I'm an open book as far as I can tell. I'm an open book. Ronald, yay, everyone's here. Great. I have a ton to talk about tonight. I have a rant. I did not plan a rant, but I have a rant. And I'm going to rant through it so fast you might not even be able to hear me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to try to go through it really fast because I really want to hear what you have to say. So I will put the phone number up for later on. Please don't call until I've done the rant because I need to just get through my rant, okay? And I think you will relate to the rant. I hope you will. And if you believe like I do that it's way past time for white America to step up to the plate and do some learning of our real racial history. Nothing complex, just learn our real racial history. You didn't do it, but we're born into this and we're living it now. And if you don't learn our real racial history, the problems that we're having today socially, you won't have any perspective. You really would be very ill-equipped to actually know much at all about why these problems have occurred. GETV, welcome. So if you want to, know what's going on, you got to know our racial history. It's not a guilt thing. It's not a blame thing. It is what it is. You weren't there. So history's history. It's actually pretty neutral, or it's supposed to be, but people get all flipped out about it, I guess. People always mistake my talking about racism for being guilty. And I know that's kind of like a cliche, I guess, like amateur psychologist thing to say, but I don't feel guilty one bit. I wasn't raised in an overtly racist household. I was raised in an overtly racist society like everyone else. So that's how I learned racism, is from our society. But my parents, I never heard them. I actually didn't even know any of the, of all this stuff. My parents never said a word. My grandparents didn't either. But I was raised in the era of colorblindness. So I didn't know anything. And if you were raised like I was as a white person, it's kind of how a lot of us were raised. You automatically have tons of implicit bias. It's not your fault. We'll talk about critical race theory. Absolutely. Mahako, yay, thanks for being here. So I will stop blabbing. My topics that I prepared for tonight include, actually I prepared like 20 of them, but I won't be going over them all. My topics include General Flynn encouraging the U.S. coup at the QAnon conference, making it illegal to teach real racial history. I mean, I just say it like it is. That's what it is. And the race massacres. It's way past time that white Americans understood the sheer level of pure, unadulterated racism and hate. See, part of the problem is, and I'm not trying to be like the little preacher here, because I know people listening right now know this, but part of the problem is that if we don't know just how bad it was back then we can easily have a lot of denial today and go like, oh, what? If you realize it was out of control, it was legal to be a racist piece of shit. Legal, perfectly legal. Police upheld it, kind of like some of them do now. I won't get into that. But it was perfect. The police were the gatekeepers of systemic racism. I hope you're talking to me, T. No, I'm just kidding. But so we got to understand, if you don't know just how, like, it was perfectly okay. In fact, it was, even if you didn't want to, you could be forced to be racist because those were the laws. Okay. We had legal hatred. So you got to know your past. So these race massacres, and I'll talk about it later, were often called race riots, which pisses me off. And like I was saying earlier, I don't have guilt. This is not guilt. This is anger, because this is not what I'm sorry. I'm being a selfish little, it's all about me. I did not plan to raise I thought things were doing, thanks, T. It's okay. I thought things were getting better slowly, albeit slowly, but kind of improving slowly, but oh, how I was wrong. I guess I wasn't a good enough scholar of history or sociology or psychology, because I really thought we were headed in the right direction. Silly me. So I also have some news to be noted that are definitely topics that you might want to talk about. And then voter suppression. To say it's voter suppression on steroids is really an understatement of the century. My rant will explain everything. I truly believe that we just aren't even close to trying to get the same thing. And yes, I get a lot of people think that Democrats and Republicans are just two of the same. And that may be true. But at this point, right now, one of them is much more overtly showing their true colors. They went from the party of Lincoln to the party of pure hatred. And if they had their way, I think this this nation will be a very, very cruel. If we think it's bad now. So it's kind of what my rant's about. So I welcome everybody. Do you know about the Atlanta race riots? Oh, yes. Actually, let me look that up over here. I have about 10 of them, which we're going to talk about later on. Yep, voter suppression. It's people, we are losing our minds here. And I hope this rant kind of clarifies at least my take on it. Open Bob, welcome. Because 50% of Oklahoma State is an Indian reservation now, including entire city of Tulsa is an Indian reservation. Explain, Open Bob, tell me more about what you're talking about. Are you just telling us that factually, or are you? Tulsa isn't okay. Tell me more. I have a chart that I'm going to show you. Pick a massacre, basically. And I have a video to show you. So we'll definitely get into this. Black Wall Street was just one of many, many, many atrocities. The things we're talking about, and I know, T, I'm not pouncing on you. I am encouraging people not to call them race riots because of the fact that that is what people do to try to whitewash it away. And I'm not saying you are, T. I know you're awesome, T. But because these were not the ones that I'm speaking of tonight. Well, they were not race riots. I want to be crystal clear. They were white people massacring Black people for existing. And I'm very excited. I mean, excited is probably not the right word, but I've been wanting to do this for probably 2 years. I'm going to do a video on some of the most prominent massacres of my fellow humans in this country who were Black and brown that have been washed and wiped off the history books. Black Wall Street's just a very famous one, but most people haven't even heard of it who are white. And I've been wanting to do a video on these. I'm going to do the top 12 ones that I can come up with. I was repeating what someone else was saying. Oh, okay. So I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's hard for me to, you know me. I'm like, huh? But yeah. So we'll be talking more about that later on. Thanks, T, for explaining. So I'm going to start my rant, and then we'll jump into any topics you guys want to. And if you guys just want to stick with the ones I have, that is absolutely fine too. And then after the rant, call in and tell me what you think. I will love it. I have a video to show you. Open Bob, if we Black people would want to create something in that city again, they probably couldn't because they would find an excuse to forbid any kind of memorial being placed there. Yeah, Open Bob, I see what you're saying. And at this point, talk's cheap as far as I'm concerned. We've been talking about all this stuff, not us personally, of course, but we've been talking about all this stuff for forever and a day. And action. I need to see action. It's great to talk about. Don't get me wrong. I mean, we are so far, the America in general, the white masses are so far from having any clue about systemic racism and learning and understanding the significance of it and how it has created our nation. But when it comes to government, like, ooh, let's do a committee. It's like, I don't think it's that complicated. We did crimes against humanity that are ongoing. There is a huge racial wealth gap, and it has to do with one thing. One thing. And I will say it because people don't like to say it, and I like to say it because it's the truth. It's not something to be proud of. The one thing is white people have made it our number one objective, for lack of a better word, is to make sure that Black and brown and Indigenous Americans do not accumulate generational wealth. Okay. To not be able to do that, we have done this. We did this. So that's been our objective. So I'm waiting for action. Enough talk. Enough. I know Tulsa is divided, and you guys can help me a lot more with that because I've never been there, but I have read a lot. It's, you guys, there, we have a white person problem in this country. Okay. I'll say it one more time. We have a white person problem in America. And until everyone gets that and stops with this nonsense, I don't think we're going to get anywhere, but that's just my take. Ram says, listen to the Black Authority YouTube channel. He did an excellent show about what happened in Wilmington, North Carolina. I actually will, because when I do my research, I have all my basic stuff, but I have to like, it's going to be a lot. I have to double, triple, and I want to get to the nitty gritty. I don't want the with regards to Black Wall Street. I mean, I got into details. Not all the details are known. I mean, obviously we hid the damn event basically out of history. So of course, the details are going to be really hard, but I will get to the best possible details I can find. And I will be really honest about, like, this is what they think. I'm not going to say this is what they think. I'll say, I believe this is what they think, although it's disputed, but I just want to be really honest. They don't even want there to be an even playing. Yeah. They don't want there to be an even playing field. Right. I don't think they even want there to be a playing field. Yeah. If GETV, if they can't compete, then those people cheat. Yeah. Yes. Basically, yes. T, anytime we get an opportunity to have something, they find a way to take it down from us. It's this obsession with being on top. Yeah, I don't understand it. But if you look throughout history, we have just knocked ourselves out with sundown towns. Oh my God. De jure, de facto, systemic racism and laws and circumventing every rule. And you can't litigate someone's heart. And until white America is educated, we are going to be dealing with this kind of thing. And, I did this rant on, actually it was one of my videos, that people think, oh, as the older generations die off, it'll be so much better. Well, it seems like that would be a really true thing, but you see what us white folks do, overtly, covertly, whatever vertly there is we continue there is a cycle of racism that we allow in our families, and it's a strong one. It's like the Civil War was never over. So here's my rant. One more comment before. I Am Legend. T. Rogers, there were dozens of Black Wall Streets. Absolutely. We had our own oil refineries, movies, theaters, shops. Yep. I would love to see that. I would too, 1,000%. And I would be one of the best customers there if it was close enough for me to partake, because I support Black businesses. I've seen what we, not me personally, but we as a people have done. It's unconscionable. It's unconscionable. And the way I look at it personally as a white person, and this might not be as common for most people, with all these curfew sundown towns actually do still exist. They're obviously not legal, but they do. Got this intimidation stuff going on. There's so many ways to circumvent a law. And until it's in our hearts that white folks understand, these are our brothers and sisters we're being cruel to. We are upholding an ongoing crime against humanity. We're terrorists, is basically what we are. I mean, I don't know any other way to put it. You just don't know who is nice, and you don't know who would like to take a rope and murder you hanging from a tree. And that is so fucked up. I can't even start. In America. And it's getting worse. And I'm sorry, I'm just saying it like it is. And I'm pretty blunt. But the problem is, we need more white people talking about this. Not to be heroes, not to save the day. Oh, we're way past that. Not to save the day, not to get our picture on Facebook, but to start acting human. and taking some freaking responsibility, racial responsibility. It's not rocket science. It's called acting human. And I don't understand it. All right, I will shut up, maybe. Here's a rant, and I'll zoom through it, and then we'll go from there. While I'm doing my rant, if you feel bored out of your skull, please do me the great favor of inviting someone to watch the show. The more people who watch it, the more YouTube sends my videos to more people, and it'll get to more white folks. The more you also, this is kind of a weird thing, but the more you do thumbs up on videos and on this, the more I'm trying to learn how to, like, you know, maneuver through all this stuff and how YouTube works. So there's going to have to be another civil war to change things in America. The white right wing wants it. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with that. You know, not that you're asking, but we're really, really in deep trouble here. It's beyond, it's just my mind equals blown. I got no words to, I just have to stick together and believe that somehow there'll be some hope somehow. Something's gotta give. Today, Americans are we're living in a post-truth era. Our democracy is the most unstable it's ever been in my lifetime. It seems like half the nation has traded in their critical thinking abilities and placed them with complete and utter nonsense. And that's putting it really nicely. When I was in grade school, I remember reading that for a democratic republic to survive, it's imperative that the populace be educated. And yeah, I was pretty little. And I definitely think lack of education is absolutely a factor in the scariest place that America is heading. But I know there's something more, because it's not just that. Many of the people pushing these conspiracy theories and propaganda and outright lies, they'll look right at your face and lie. I know some of them probably believe it, but sorry, not buying it. They are full of shit. So it's not, and these are educated people. These are educated people, formally educated people. So something more is going on. So why do we have so many people who have fallen prey to following, enjoying, cheering for, praying to a fascist authoritarian type ruler like Trump? What the actual, you know what? Why? It's like so obvious to so many of us. He's a monster. He was a monster way before he became president, and he's not the president anymore. But a very large population thinks he is, and a very large population wants him back. For most of that population, I'd say, you know, most of it, it is absolutely in their worst interest to want him back. They are working against their own everything. They are fools. They have been fooled. And there's not a lot we can do. I think that, you know, why, I think to myself, why do they do this? Why? And they won't listen most of it, that they won't listen. Well, this is kind of my take on it. I think capitalism unchecked has put tremendous stress on large masses of folks throughout the decades, recent decades. Over the last 30 to 50 years, wages have stagnated despite much higher productivity. The middle class is disappearing. Homelessness is near epidemic in many cities. Healthcare is unaffordable, even sometimes for people who have insurance. The co-pays alone, you just don't go to the doctor. You can't afford it. But that being said, and I'm not naming everything, for high income earners, the opposite is true. CEOs are making 296 times supposedly this year, more than the typical worker earns now. That's out of control. People are frustrated, angry, and they're incredibly stressed out. And during this whole period, these last 3-4 decades, basically my adult life, during this period, communication technology has exponentially exploded with 40%. I mean, with the internet and social media, and oh my God, 40% of adults supposedly get their news from social media and other online media. But, we're bombarded with massive amounts of information from who's giving us this information. They're the wealthiest people in America. They can afford to bring it on, lie after lie after lie. And they have companies online, and generally have been very, very few safeguards to stop their lying or to hold them accountable for spreading misinformation. And so that is what they have done. Oh my God, I could go on and on about Cambridge Analytica and what they did with the 2016 election, using people's data to brainwash them. I have a video on it if you don't know what I'm talking about. People can't make ends meet, and they want somebody to blame. And the fallback is we blame brown, black, and immigrants and indigenous people for all of our problems, when the truth is that all our economic problems are created by the wealthiest 2% who run our nation and have allowed capitalism on steroids to take over, greed over humans. And we've allowed huge laws to be passed that making companies humans. I mean, please, this is crazy. So I believe that the financial hardship over the years have pushed some people over the proverbial edge into a place where we crave stability so badly, we will follow a dictator. We will do whatever it takes. We will blame the wrong people for all our problems. Maybe it's the chaos with the barrage of information provided by the invention of the internet and social media. Maybe it's driven us backwards. Sociologists call this tribalism. Call it what you want. I, for one, believe what the experts are saying. And they're saying we're in the twilight of our democracy. And a lot of people are so hurt by this country already. They're like, you know what? I don't really give a shit. Well, we're going to give a shit, because if we get somebody like Trump as a dictator, or a Trump wannabe, it doesn't have to be him, he is getting older, we are so screwed beyond our worst nightmare. So tonight's my rant's kind of basically pointing out the obvious. What I think is pretty obvious for those of us paying attention. And as far as I can tell, this nation has a choice to make, and it's scary. We either lean towards social programs and evening out the playing field with living wages, wages that you can actually afford a small apartment. Right now, the minimum wage you can't afford if you work 40 to 50 hours a week. I believe without assistance, there is not one place in America where you can actually have an apartment if you are making minimum wage. A family, forget that. And corporate welfare, oh my God, corporate welfare. And if you don't know what corporate welfare is, I can explain later. I'm not trying to belittle anyone, but I know there's some people who are just beginning. And if you're just learning about this stuff, you need to know what corporate welfare is. Basically, we pay for huge companies that refuse to pay a living wage. A lot of them don't pay taxes. We pay a higher percent in taxes than the company does. And most of them do not pay a living wage. Therefore, the people who work for them can work 40 or 50 hours a week, and they don't have food to put on their freaking tables. So guess what they do? They have to. They go to the government and they get some sort of food stamps or, whatever. I don't know what they're called now. I can't remember. I should know this, and I know it was SNAP before. And guess who pays for those? And I'm not saying, oh my God, I don't want to pay. No, no, no. I'm saying corporations, like I said, they've made so much profit. And that's corporate welfare in a nutshell, I guess you could say. So we have a decision to make. We either lean towards social programs and making this stop, a more humanistic form of representative democracy or oligarchy, whatever you want to call it, or we allow the inevitable, and history it'll be something like the fall of Rome, I'm guessing. The nation will become a hateful, punishing regime. We will have Trump's America over and over and over as a lifestyle. The wealthy among us will be spared from the cruel dictators because they'll have money. But the masses will be the victims. And I mean the masses, 98, the 98%, us. And I'm guessing in a way, things will be as we have never, ever imagined. This has happened to other places. I don't know the solutions. Maybe it's just inevitable that the great experiment is over. I just didn't think it was going to happen in my lifetime. Not to make it about me, but geez. Americans love to throw around the term patriotism. And I want to kind of end my rant by talking a little bit about that. And I have some ideas, and I learned a bunch of things about it. I thought patriotism, in my mind, I thought it meant that we support and uphold the spirit of the very document that binds us all together as Americans, the Constitution. The Constitution, once upon a time, united our diverse country under a banner of ideologies. The ideas that have resonated clearly and loudly in my mind are the phrase forming a more perfect union. I thought we were all for forming a more perfect union. I thought this meant progress, going forward, being more humane. But today, more than ever in my lifetime, partisanship has turned a large sector of people against our Constitution. And with that, against the principles enshrined by the founding document, the Constitution. Call it tribalism, call it partisanship, call it mental illness. It doesn't matter what you call it. It's still happening. The behavior is the same. Call it self-hate, since white folks are going against their own best interest, just to blame Black, brown, and indigenous people and immigrants because it is what we do. Or maybe it can be explained as people are so economically disenfranchised that we've devolved to the point where our emotions rule us over any chance of critical or analytical thinking skills. My conclusion is that we might be doomed no matter what we do. And I had said this before, when just because Biden gets elected and he's, on the Democrat side, it doesn't mean that we are free of the dictator. And lo and behold, I hate being right, but I'll pull the words of Abraham Lincoln, who believed that reverence for, and I was reading some of this today, reverence for the Constitution and laws was to be America's political religion. Reverence for the Constitution and laws was to be America's political religion. Lincoln believed that Americans were to be united through a kind of patriotism, not religion, not tribal, but a sort of constitutional patriotism, if you will, based on the ideals enshrined in the founding documents. Those documents were brilliant. I am not saying anything about the men who wrote them, but the actual writing made it so this country could have a diverse, changing, growing population, and it would change over time with the people's will, representative democracy. All right. But I'm sorry, I believe the new Republican Party is the new tribalism. For all practical purposes, it has taken over. Instead of having two opposing parties that are both founded and grounded in our Constitution, the GOP has morphed from the party of Lincoln to the party of pure hatred and is no longer striving to create a more perfect union. I truly believe the GOP today is the number one threat to our democratic republic. And now I'm going to shut up, and that is a rant over. Thank you for anyone who listened. I think I missed a whole bunch. I hope it wasn't so boring that people just started talking, but you never know. It could happen. I just really needed to say that today. Let me see. I will scroll back. It is your turn to, I'll start at the bottom. Biden is not progressive enough. Absolutely. And you know what? In America, we think, oh, he's so progressive. No, we are so conservative. Some of the things that people in Europe have had some of the things that we consider progressive, people in Europe have had for decades. Like my friends in England laugh their asses off when I tell them how much I pay. And I have insurance for health. And I tell them how much I pay. They're like, are you kidding me? They can't believe it. Dictators are all around the world, not just in America. Absolutely. But we excuse me, just ate like a whole bunch of birthday cakes. My little one's birthday was today. Pardon me while I, nothing. Okay, so yes, absolutely true. But we're a huge, huge leader, or at least we were. People look at us, they watch what we do. Let me just scooch back because I don't want to skip anybody. It looks like there's a bunch of conversation. I see. Let me see. What is wrong with Senate? Gee, what is wrong with Senate Majority Leader? Wrong, Senator. Oh, excuse me. I'm like, what? What is wrong with Senator? She's a House representative of Marjorie Taylor Greene. Representative Greene is as a QAnon Trumpster, and she something's truly wrong with her. She's a bully. And I don't know what her diagnosis is. Something's truly wrong with her. She has major personality issues. I don't know. She's an extremely unkind, ahistoric person who seems to enjoy hurting her fellow humans. I don't know what to say. I don't know what's particularly wrong with her. I mean, I can't diagnose her, but something's very, very wrong with her. She thrives on attention of some sort, of being cruel to others, it would seem. So I don't know what's wrong with her, but something's definitely wrong. She is not acting right. And when I hear her logic, it's the kind of logic that I hear from people who have personality disorders. And again, this is not my specialty, so I am not going there, but she doesn't think quite right. Something's very wrong. If he comes back on the scene as president, we're absolutely getting out of this country. Absolutely. I truly believe, like Philip Scott told me in the interview that he did for me, he interviewed me a while back, about a year ago. And he strongly at the time was suggesting that I believe he was referring to Black people, but I'd say everybody, anyone who cares about equity and should have an exit plan. I hate to say it, but I do. And if you don't start saving for it, an exit plan, and I don't mean to be like the soothsayer of doom. This is not my specialty. I do not know more than the world's top sociologists, political scientists, but I listen to them. And a lot of them are kind of saying the same thing. This is not good. Oh, no, it is not. Let me see. Yeah, tea, absolutely. Let me see. Still thinking on that and researching it, but I will certainly not stay in America. Yeah. Bob, rotten capitalism is in its final stages. Yeah, I think so. Harper, yay! You are not late. You are perfect. Happy to have you. Let me see. I scared my family today. I left my hair natural. I have crazy, crazy hair. Just thought I'd say that. So my daughter's like, what are you doing? She's like looking at me. I'm like, what do you mean? What am I doing? She's, what's going on with your hair? I go, that's my hair. It's called natural hair. She's like, oh, because she hasn't seen it in a while. Like, because normally I have to straighten it like crazy every day. But I did not do that today. So if you think it's like, woohoo, you're right. I just thought, you know what? I'm going to be me today. And it's everywhere. Let me see. He cannot come back into power. Oh, Lord, no. Yeah. He already is controlling the Republican Party from behind the scenes. If he gets back to the forefront, it's over. I couldn't agree more. Kim, are you talking about EBT? Am I going to talk about EBT? Give me, that's a EBT. Give me the words. Am I talking about it right now? No, but give me the acronym and I'll tell you. I'm like losing it here. Lack of sleep. Harper, his blog got shut down today. Who? Oh, Trump's blog got shut down today. He's still controlling the minions, but not for too long. Harper, I wish that were the truth. I believe they're hooked. I believe they're hooked. I believe it's like the brainwashing has already taken place. Based on my rant, that's I think they need, see, part of our thing in this country is we have, and I don't know if it's just our country because I just live in our country. I've never lived any length of time in another country to understand the culture, but I know for us, we want to feel safe and secure. We do not necessarily want to be safe and secure. That's kind of our thing. It's a little bit of a fantasy world. And I'll just give a quick example. We got to shut that southern border down. People are coming in. Of course, we don't understand our history, that we actually caused that problem of having way too many people hitting our southern border. We caused that. We did that. And now we are shirking our responsibilities to those people. We caused instability in their countries and then are like, why are they coming over here? Gee, because they need help. They're our brothers and sisters on the planet. They're humans. They need help. And we were a very large part of why they are coming over. We did this, but we're like, what, huh? So we like to pretend. We just don't know. Let's shut down the border. Come on, let's shut it down. We don't want bad guys in. They're brown. They're bad guys. But lo and behold, people who are supposed illegal folks, over time, every study, they're better citizens in the sense that they pay their taxes. They don't do crimes. They'll get deported. They don't do crimes. The average person born here is more likely to be a criminal than them. We know all this. People who cause most of the issues we have fly in on visas. But let's feel safe. Let's close those borders so we can feel safe, even though we are no more safe. And I don't know why we do that. I guess we like to feel safe. Whether or not we actually are safe, we don't really care. I don't know what that is. It's something, I don't have an answer for that, but it's kind of what we do. Let me see. Oh no, I'm skipping people. I'm gonna go to the very bottom just to see if she put what that is. Nope, I don't see EBT, what you meant by that. Okay, I'm terrible with acronyms. I mean, like, I might even know what you're talking about and I'll be like, huh? So bear with me. Let me back it up. Let me, wow, really back it up, So that's great that he got his blog shut down, Harper. I didn't even know he had a blog. I can't follow him. Let me see, GTV, Harper Grant. He'll just create his own social network for his minions. Harper, Democrats need to stop playing nice. It's not working and it never will. Yeah, you know what? Harper. I am so into personal integrity. I am so into this, but you know what? You're right. Somebody once told me, you can't always play nice with people who are truly evil. And I was like, yes, you can, And as it turned out, the woman kind of was right. She said, you can't play by the rules when they're not. I don't normally advocate for stooping to, somebody's level, but right now, our nation's, our Democratic Republic is going down. I agree with you. I don't know. We got to start thinking the way they are. They're truly circumventing our Constitution and getting away with it. Kim, Biden's trying, but America is so far gone that I'm afraid it will take so much work to create. Exactly. I feel the same thing, T. Absolutely. Like, I really think he is trying. But it's just crazy. I think it might be too late. He is not progressive enough. Absolutely not. Dictator Harper, he's one, he won't be able to, he doesn't have the funds on his own. And by the time others back him, he'll be too entangled with the courts. I hope so. Glebo Peruta, Biden would be considered far right in Europe. Yeah, that's hilarious. Let me read that one more time. Biden would be considered far right in Europe. Thank you. Thank you. Comment of the day. Thank you. Yep. We don't understand what progressive is. We just don't. I, I don't know what to say. Anyway, I am trying very, very hard to build my YouTube audience. So I'm going to jump in with a quick plug. If you feel like I do, that it is way past time for America and to learn our real racial history and start taking some responsibility, please consider subscribing. If you believe in what I'm simply trying to teach white folks our real racial history, people tell me, you're trying to guilt people out. No, I'm not. I couldn't guilt you out if I tried. If you have done nothing wrong, how could I, somebody who doesn't know you, make you feel guilty? And I have a funny story to tell you really fast. Sorry, I'm jumping all over, and then I'll get back to the comments. I always thought YouTube, remember, I was on Facebook, and I had a following on Facebook of like 35,000 people, great crowd. And I loved it. And then I got kicked off for life. Okay. Now I'm still on it because I sneak in using an admin's account. But I always thought, Facebook's one good thing about Facebook. YouTube is so mean. I get comments. Oh my God, you will not believe it. But Facebook, I really don't get any of those bad comments. For some reason, I guess maybe because people know each other and everyone's a friend of it. Well, the other week I found out, no, that is not the case. I just didn't know where to look. I found the place because I don't have my own personal account anymore. I knew there was a place you could see other people writing to you that aren't your friends. Well, I found the place where other people wrote to me that don't have anything to do with the group that I run, the page. Oh my God. I saw like 200 comments that I've never seen, heard nastier things in my entire life. So yay me. I read the first two and I'm like, maybe I won't read anymore. They were from going back years. So yeah, that. Ignorance really is bliss. It was really bad. So I switched that. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. Yeah, people love to hate on you. They're saying, guilt. I can't make someone feel guilty if they've done nothing wrong. It's so weird. But anyway, Mahako, Biden's not going to save the Black people. He's never truly been here for us. However, something needs to be done about all these police killings of Black people. Absolutely. But Mahako, the thing that just is devastating to me personally is we have answers. We know how to stop police, the historical and modern time gatekeepers of racism. Systemic racism. Police are the gatekeepers of systemic racism. We know how to stop them. It's not that we don't have solutions. Oh, we just don't know what to do. We just don't want to use them. I've studied this and I'm not an expert by any means, but you don't have to be. There are places that have high crime, lots of problems where they don't murder their own citizens. Yes, where police don't have these incredibly sick numbers. There are countries where police don't murder their own citizens who are Black and brown and indigenous. There are solutions. We have chosen, once again, the white majority has chosen not to use them, and it's unconscionable. And I get the whole states' rights things, but you know what? How about we pull something like pull your funding if you don't do things that are best practices? There's got to be something. I don't think we're helpless. We're only helpless in that we are so racist. It's not even funny. And that's just my opinion. But thanks, Mahako, for getting me all getting me on a rampage. Glua, you love my rant. Oh God, thank you. I'm a terrible writer, but I have a lot of passion, so it makes up for it. No, I just can't write worth beans, and I can't speak worth beans, but I have a damn lot of passion for my fellow humans. I love my fellow humans, every last one of them. Yes, even the Trump supporters, even the ones who are going against their own best interest and getting people killed. I can't help it. I would give them the shirt off my back, whatever they needed to help them, to teach them. I'll teach them where they're at. Just have them call me up, sign them up. Even if they're really low level on the anti-racism continuum, I'm in. I'll do what it takes. I can't stand what's happening, and it's just getting worse. So anyway, enough about my feelings. T, happy birthday to my little, thank you. It was a very emotional birthday for me. She turned 13. And she's my baby. So, and I'm not ready for her to be 13. Neither is she. She's my sweetheart. Thank you. And thank you, Glebo, for saying that. Thank you. I need the good comments to outbalance like the evil whatever ones. Have you heard, Harper Grant, haven't you heard he's Teflon Don? He gets away with all this crookedness. Yeah, he is a mobster. T, I think MTG has some major share. Green has some mental issues that have been magnified by Trump. Yeah, definitely. T, that's a better way to say it. I'm just like, he's crazy. And I mean, I know a lot about mental illness. I am absolutely an advocate and a support that it be a mainstream normal thing. 1 out of every 4 people will have mental illness in their life to the point where it's debilitating. So this is a little like commercial, let's all stop pretending that it doesn't exist. And the only reason in my mind that we don't have a comprehensive mental health system in this country is because it's not profitable. If it were profitable, oh my God, everyone would have a therapist, everyone would be in treatment, that's where we're at. And it's absolutely barbaric and disgusting, because that is probably the most prevalent medical condition, maybe not to the extreme of some people, but 1 out of 4. And I think that's putting it kind of on the conservative side in the sense that we're missing a few, because everybody knows somebody who has serious mental health issues, not because their mommy didn't raise them right, because it's a medical condition. And it's certainly exacerbated by the society that we live in. Stress, pressure, economic pressure and stress, and certainly racial stress. Oh my God. Enough of me doctoring. Glebo, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. If I'm not, you can put it out phonetically for me. I'm so bad. Green is a sadistic bipolar sociopath. I don't know what she has. I honestly, but I'm just saying, and again, I'm not an expert. I'm not pretending to be an expert. I've been reading the way she words things and the way she thinks. She's not thinking right. We can talk later about it, but yeah, she's not thinking right. Something's very wrong with her. I don't know where being triggered or an obsession turns over to be called a mental illness. I think there's a balance between a propensity to manifest a mental illness based on, your environment and there's so many factors, but something's truly not good. I agree 100%. Great comments, Glebo. Thank you. Harper, oopsie, wah. I just scrolled through. Go back. Oh, wow. I'm going to stop blabbing and just keep reading. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm skipping so many. I'm going to go back. Sorry. Oh my God, I've skipped so many. When it scrolls to the bottom, the thing goes wee, and I can't find anyone's comments. Dang. Okay, found it back. Mahako, they're clearly doing this on purpose, and they aren't getting punished for killing us. They just got exposed again for lying about beating a black man to death in 2019. The video is horrific. Are you talking about the Green case or something else? I have so many videos on this stuff. I actually skipped you, Mahako. I'm so sorry. Harper, GETV. I know it's very hard to believe that his luck will run out, but it will. There are too many people after him. He can't dodge them all. He's also running out of lawyers to represent him. Amen. Harper, thank you. I am legend. Natural hair is the best. Thank you. I think so. That's what I tell my kids. You are you for a reason, and you are enough just because you're you. That's what I tell them. Mahako, I will be shocked if he actually does time period. These guys get away with so much. It's disgusting. Absolutely. And also, there's all this talk of, and this is so elitist and privileged. We don't want the image of a president going to prison. Oh, yeah, hell yes, we do. If they've done something horrific, oh, yes, we do. It's called justice. No one's above the law. Right now, Trump is above the law. So, oh, yeah, yes, we do. I'm sorry, I have to disagree with the, like, you know, the elitist saying, oh, we can't have the image. Well, what's our image now? The GOP is being run by someone who is not the president. And they're upholding his bullshitting, horrific, deadly lies, dangerous lies. And we'll get into that with our content. T. Rogers, you mentioned SNAP. Ah, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Right. And corporate welfare was what I was talking about. And people being paid so little, such minimum wages that they end up needing food because they work 40 or 50 hours, but they still can't feed their family, which how could you at that rate? Harper, did you know that he had a slush fund made for him, but it crumbled? I know he was ripping off his own people left and right, but they didn't care. I mean, people who support this regime, this, I call him the de facto, you know, probably the de facto leader of the modern Ku Klux Klan. Personally, that's what I call him. I've said it a million times. I say it unapologetically. That's what he is. He is the updated version of a Klan leader with all these, you know, dog whistles and, oh, you know, deniability and yeah, right. It's disgusting. Oh my gosh. GETV. Harper, did you know that he had, okay, the slush fund, got it. Harper, Glebo Peruta, hey, I have bipolar disorder. Please don't lump that crazy bitch with us. Oh, well, I understand what you mean, though. Harper, you're so cool. Harper is, you guys get to know Harper. She's an incredible woman. Incredible. Thank you, Harper. Yes, that's the thing. Like, people are saying they're animals. Don't hurt animals. No, I'm kidding. Honestly, I don't want to disparage Trump supporters. I don't understand them. They're going against their own best interest. They're going against our best interest, and they're allowing people to be killed through racism. They're allowing people to be killed. I don't hate them. I don't understand them. I don't get it. I don't mean to name call. I think, and people are going to pounce on me for this, and I'll just say it. If I was an objective person, I'd say they are so hurt and so brainwashed and destroyed that they cannot use their critical, human, God-given critical thinking skills to realize they're being played the fool. Trump thinks they're freaking fools. He laughs his ass off at them. And that's pathetic, you know? So, I mean, I feel kind of like, not like I'm trying to be sanctimonious, but I think they're pathetic. They're going against their own best interest, economically, humanistically, stress-wise, everything. Because they think rich people are so cool. Maybe someday, if they just work a little harder, they too can be rich. They've sold their brothers and sisters' souls for the chance at an extra buck. And that to me is pathetic. I'm sorry. It is just pathetic. And I have family members that have done that. And it's It is freaking heartbreaking. Just heartbreaking. Okay, enough about me blabbing. Dave, hi Kim, I love your hairstyle. It's not new. Thank you though. Thank you. You're very sweet. This is my old hairstyle. This is my normal hair. This is how it comes out if I don't do anything to it. Like if you just wet your hair, do your little shower thing, and like wash it or whatever, put conditioner in, comb it, don't comb it. This is how it comes out. That's just, I'm trying to look in the mirror here. Yeah, thank you though. I was just telling everyone that, yeah, I scared my kid because she's like, what did you do to your hair? I'm like, nothing. I did nothing. Trump needs to be locked away in order for us to have any type of hope. I mean, there has to be some responsibility taken. Somebody has to be held accountable. I don't mean held accountable as a scapegoat. He did all these things. He knows what he's doing. He was doing it on purpose. He's hurting people. He's killed people. If nothing else, he's murdered 7 little children by keeping healthcare away from them, those little children that he locked up. And people say, oh, Obama locked people up. Bullshit. Trump did something that was unconscionable. He changed the law. Said if you step your foot over onto American property, it's not a misdemeanor from another country over our southern border. It's a felony. If it's a felony, you're a felon. You get your children taken away. That's how he did it. He changed the law. These people aren't felons. These people are desperate. So, don't get me started. I mean, I won't get me started. But yeah, no. Okay, thank you, Dave. Mahako, Kim, how about the guy that said he is shocked we didn't have a coup? Which one said that? A guy that said he's shocked we didn't have a coup. We did have they tried. That was an attempted coup in my mind. People can say what they want about the definition of coup. A large crowd of angry, weaponized people stormed our Capitol, broke in, trespassed, talked about what they wanted to do, had planned it ahead of time in an attempt to stop the confirmation of a presidential election, even though it's in name only. Yeah. If that's not a coup. Oh, you're talking about General Flynn. Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Yeah. He actually encouraged the coup. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm losing it. But yeah, that was this past weekend. Very horrible. Sorry, I'm losing it. T. Rogers, I hope he does get locked up. The guy is nuts. Harper, the walls are closing in on him. They really are. Too many courts are looking into charges. There's no way he can get out of all of them. I sure hope so. Sure hope so. Kim, what do you think of January 6th was? It was a coup, or it was a insurrection. I think it was like terrorism, white supremacist terrorism. Is that what you're asking? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. If you're not asking that, just ask again below, because I think that's what you mean. He no longer has immunity of being president. I actually taught my little kid what that means. He doesn't have presidential immunity. Whoa. She's like, huh? It's cute. She's young, But yeah, I was kind of thinking about that. Great points, Nahako. And let me see here. He's going to be screwed if any charges stick. Americans keep meddling in elections of all Central American and South American countries. I know, that's what we do. We do that. And then we're like, what? When it causes problems, then we leave them for dead. We jump in there and do what we want, and then we leave them for dead. And it is horrible. Absolutely horrible. And I had some nasty people saying, oh, why don't you take people from the border who are coming over? I said, are you kidding me? They won't let us. In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. I had 3 people living at my house this last week. They weren't from Central America or, South or Central America, but in a heartbeat, I would. And these people are like, yeah, that's how much I believe in it. But great points, Glebo. Thank you. T. Rogers, I'm banking in you. I don't know what EBA stands for, just that it was related to welfare. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. That's why I didn't know. Okay. Yeah. I don't know a ton about, well, Yeah, I don't know a ton about it, but I do know what corporate welfare is. Thanks for clarifying. T, you are wonderful. You're just so unassuming and non-defensive, and I just adore you. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Sorry. It was just wonderful. Mahako, Get News One, no, this was more recent things said by a Republican. 1-6 was a coup, but he wanted it to succeed. Ah, okay, I was wrong. I was wrong, then I was right, then I was, no, I was, gotcha. Thanks, Mahako, sorry. Name the name, but I don't, it's not coming, it's not ringing the bell. In like 10 minutes, I'll be like, oh, that's who he meant. Harper, T. Rogers, I know it's hard to believe that his luck is running out, but it is. Cleo, I read somewhere that Trump got his Facebook and Instagram back today. Is it true? I did not read that. Tell Glebo if you think that's true, if you know about it. The viewers are very good with saying like what's going on. They will pounce right on that, I'm sure. I did not hear that, but I wasn't on all day. I was kind of prepping for this and doing the birthday party, and it was a crazy day. He better not get his Facebook account back before I do. But actually, I was kicked off for life, and he wasn't kicked off for life, so he probably is. Okay, me, like, I have no power, but I'm kicked off for life. He is obnoxious, racist, bigoted, God, trying to like basically become a dictator. And if they let him back, and it's not about me, but it just does, I have to admit on a personal level, that just enrages me. He gets to be a dictator and I'm nobody and I can't even be on. Okay, sorry. I do tend to make it about me, but I was hurt. They kicked me off, no explanation. He is ludicrous. I hope to hell he doesn't get back on. Let me see. GTV. If they lock him away, he will be a martyr for them. I don't know. I don't know if they just pummel him with I don't think it matters. He's a martyr for them right now because he's this poor deer that's been had. It's okay. I'm sorry. It was the most secure election in the history of the United States and possibly the entire world. But it doesn't, so, like, truth doesn't matter. So I don't know. Maybe he would be a martyr, but he's a very bad man. Oh, you're banking on me being right. Thank you. I'm a little slow today. Thank you. Sorry, I keep hitting the return. Oh, it's okay. No worries, see. Let me see if I skipped anybody. Harper, T. Rogers, I've become a news junkie in the past few years. It's not good for my mental health, but I pay attention to all the charges and there's no way he's going to get out of all of it. Harper, I am banking on you being right, okay? I was always along the lines of, my thoughts were like this. Just get him out of our life. I don't care what happens. I have come full circle. This nation, because he is still running half this nation in such a horrible way, with lies and misinformation and cruel, just, he's a sicko. I truly believe, not for revenge, but that he needs to be held accountable for what he's done to the people of this country. And the people who have been brainwashed by him, they need to be like deprogrammed. I don't know how else to put it. But yeah, Dave, Democrats are at the mercy of 2 Democratic senators. I don't blame Biden one bit. It's Joe Manchin and Ghislaine Sinema who are the problem. They keep voting Republican. Is that what you mean, Dave? They keep voting Republican and then make it so we don't really have the majority. Tell me if I'm wrong or right. I think that's what you're saying. Dave, please call her. Oh, Panther. Hello. Welcome. Thank you for the apple. I like it. Thank you. Thank you, Panther 11. Welcome. I hope you're still here. I'm kind of catching up with comments. Dave, please call our offices or message or tweet them. We need a Voter Rights Act. Well, the Voter Rights Act was its power was gutted in 2013. And what if people, just really quickly, for people who don't know, and I'm not sure if this is what you're talking about, Dave, kind of guessing, what happened was the responsibility to show that a state was making voter changes that were not racist was on the states had to prove and have approved. Some of the most racist states had to have their laws approved ahead of time. Now they can make the laws they want, and it's the voters who are responsible for proving that they have been disenfranchised. Basically, they gutted the power out of the Voting Rights Act. They took its power away so that the states, that's why they've gone nuts, making every law they can to stop people from voting, because we all know if people are allowed to vote, Democrats will win because there are more Democrats. And so their goal has nothing to do with anything other than stopping people from voting. And they're doing this under the guise of the elections were not secure, which is absolutely a ludicrous lie. But I mean, they're doing whatever they can. That's why I'm saying they're circumventing the Constitution, like at every turn. Sima is a fairly young Generation Xer and a Democrat in Arizona, busted their butts to get her elected, and now she's refusing to get rid of the racist filibuster. Ugh, terrible. Thank you for clarifying, Dave. T. Rogers, I just haven't been up on the very latest lately, but I need to catch up. Last week last time I was keeping up, I felt there was no way he could get out of it. Yeah, it's scary. I truly believe he's above the law, personally. More because I want to be happily surprised than disappointed. He needs to be held responsible for what he's done if it's illegal. And if it's not illegal, we need to close the loopholes. I'm just saying. The future of democracy is at the mercy of two Democratic senators. I'm just afraid I'm concerned that he'll find a wormhole and weasel himself out of things just because America is just that evil. Absolutely. Harper, T. Rogers, as of now, he only has one lawyer who will touch him, and he's nobody who thinks he's going to make a name for himself. I think he's out of South Carolina. There isn't much hope. I hope not. Your son turns 13. Aw, just like my little girl. Yay. Just scrolled. That's awesome. Back. Oh my God. Whenever I go down, it scrolls. Let me find my spot again. Okay, found it. Mahako says, Harper, good. I hope they destroy his goofy ass in court. Me too. Mahako, knowing him, he will say that this is the most corrupt court ever, case ever. Right, of course, guy is such a moron. Well, that'll probably be one of his judges that he appointed. I mean, he's everything. He's just a poor wealthy victim or whatever. Very good. That's what he'll say. T, people who always attach stigmas to mental health. I think I'm going down a rabbit hole. No, you're fine. You're fine. Naomi Osaka, the tennis player, I think her heritage is Japanese and Black. I believe, I'm not 100%, but I am so proud of her that she brought up mental health unapologetically and stood up for herself. And I don't know if you're following that. That's definitely news to be noted. She's in one of the big tennis tournaments, and she is a champion tennis player, and the press was really just hounding her. They can really be obviously horrific, and she's a young woman. She's 23 maybe, or I'm not sure, but she pulled out of a huge tournament that she was probably seeded to win. I don't know. I wasn't watching it, but because of mental health. And she's fined at that tournament $15,000 every time she won't meet with a certain press group, but they're harassing her and making her mentally ill, and she chose not to. And then she ended up dropping. So I hope she's okay. I love when famous people step up to the plate and talk about mental illness, because we all know it is so prevalent. It is a medical disorder. And if you think it's not, you're full of shit. That's all I can say. And that's my comment for the day. Mr. FS Black. Green is the ultra Karen. Yeah, that's actually, Mr. FS Black, that is an excellent way to put it. Don't ask me why. She even looks like a Karen. Although my child said I looked like a Karen. I'm like, what? She goes, Mom. And I go, how do you know what a Karen is, first of all? She's like, I know. I'm like, oh my God, I'm mortified. I don't look like a Karen. Maybe I do, but I'm not. But I was laughing. I'm like, how do you know what a Karen is? But yeah, she is. She really, like, yes, thank you. You too have just won the comment of the night, Mr. Elvis Black. Absolutely. Mahako, mainstream media always does that to cover up when a white man does something crazy like that. It's sick how they will misuse the mental health problems as a way to stop racists from serving time. Yeah, I know that it's a very slippery slope. And I think as a people, if we were more comfortable with talking about mental illness in an open and honest way, we would have some really set best practices for that. But because it's mental illness, it's crazy. Let me see. And yay, you were referring to the Green case. Thanks, Mahako. Yeah, I'm not watching it. Stuff like that really makes me feel angry and sick at the same time. Harper, that's an excellent way to describe her. Ricky T, based. I don't know what that means, but shout out Bernie Gers. I don't know what that means either, but it sounds good to me. I like Bernie. Welcome, Ricky. I'm old. You have to like speak in very like standard English. I'm an old lady. But welcome to the show and thank you for saying something. If you want to like tell me what you mean, I'm happy to answer. I just didn't get what you were saying is all. It's on me. It's not you. When I listen to I have older kids and a younger, I have no clue what they're talking about. I'm like, translation, please. Mr. Elvis Black, if it's not a coup, then what is it? It was a coup. I stamp it, a coup. Mahako, Kim, I give up on Trump supporters. They would rather believe in a fantasy full of lies than reality itself. Yeah, I don't debate Trump supporters. I don't, what can I say? The only thing I can say is not something I don't debate Trump supporters because my fellow humans' civil and human rights are not up for debate. What would I say? You're an asshole? You're a horrible person? That's not a debate. That's just name calling. I mean, what could I say to somebody who, yeah, okay, I'll shut up. But yes, I agree. Harper, Schumer needs to grow a pair. McConnell is still acting like majority leader and Schumer is letting him. They have to stop playing nice. Yeah. Harper, 1,000% yes. Mr. Black, exactly. Let us not forget how they tell us violence isn't the answer, but they stormed the Capitol and killed police officers. And they were out for blood. Lakeisha, I hope you're still here. I'm blabbing away. Welcome. You are just on time. Harper, we have to be ready for another insurrection when the charges, indictments, and guilty verdicts start. Absolutely. In fact, Harper, I heard that actually this new, and we'll get to our first, this coup, that retired military General Flynn spoke of. This weekend at his QAnon conference, they're saying that he's going to be reinstated. They're doing it again in August. And I think if that's the going, the company line for QAnon folks and Trump supporters who support his corrupt regime, then I think we're going to see it real soon, maybe sooner than his possible indictments and all that stuff. I don't know. Derek. Hi, Derek. Yeah, I hope you're still here. Donald Trump has poured poison down America's throat. Bill Clinton. Interesting. Yeah, it's the truth. The John Lewis Voting Right Act is the one that needs to get passed. Oh, God, absolutely. T. Rogers. Garrick. Bill Clinton is exactly right. Yep. Oh, goodness. Let me just keep scroll back again. I'm so sorry. Dave. Sinema and Makin voted against Trump 85% of the time, but are so afraid of not getting reelected, they refuse to end the filibuster. Yeah. You got to know who you are. Trump has threatened so many people. From what I hear, I read an article, and I cannot find the article, but so many people have alluded to him threatening them, and they left office, or he's a mobster, people. The man is a mobster. Okay. It's so scary. It's come to this. A mobster that a little less than half of our nation supports. And he's not even the president. This is terrifying. You guys, I think we might be screwed here in this nation. I'm no expert, but damn. So far, every single thing is coming true, and I don't want to be right. But all these people who are professionals and studied this their entire lives that I'm listening to, they're all right. I mean, really right. Donald Trump needs to be not just held accountable, but he needs to be reprimanded legally, as he broke the country and literally got us sick. Garrick, a third person comment of the night. Yep. Dave, I don't understand how much, they don't understand how much is at stake in this country if we don't get infrastructure done or voting rights. I don't think they care. I think they've basically decided that they're going on a feel. They feel safe with him. They feel safe. They aren't safe. Not even close. They're in danger with him, but they feel safe. And once again, what we talked about earlier, our constituency in America, we just like to feel safe. We don't have to actually be safe. Okay. Trump would absolutely, I mean, he's as much as said it. He wants to be a dictator. He is absolutely just off his freaking rocker. And he is the perfect, and I follow Robert Reich pretty closely, and he has outlined and done videos over and over talking about how incredibly dangerous we're treading with our democratic republic, or oligarchy, call it what you want, but we're going to be calling it a regime. Trump, if he's allowed to be above the law, then he will be put back in, and this time circumventing the Constitution is going to be the least of our problems. And that's not coming from me. That's just, I read people who are experts, and they say this is not good. Let me see, Garrick, 110% agree. If there was 110%. Mahako Kim, yep. Naomi Osaka is Black and Japanese. See how they treat her. She didn't want to talk, and they fined her. They always try to get us in the dumbest ways. I'm glad she didn't back down. Yeah, actually, I just posted on my Facebook channel page, my Facebook page that I do. Venus Williams made a comment, and it was a strong comment. It wasn't anything against. I know she probably, as a woman who's Black to another woman who's Black, supports what she wants to do. But Venus, when she was little, she did an interview, and I put the two up. And so if you want to check out my Facebook page, it says what she says now about the harassment and what she said when she was little, and it's really cute. Thanks, Mahaka. That's really cool. I didn't know you followed tennis. I played college, and I played the adult circuit when I was out of college for a little bit too. Harper, also keep in mind that Michael Cohen has been, he's my new lovey. Okay. I'm sorry. I think he's reformed. I don't care what anyone says. I think he has seen the light. And honestly, I think he's great. I think he has, some people learn their lesson. Most people probably don't. I think he has. I think he's seen the lowest of lows, and he realizes now, I really do. And if I don't know him, that's just a feel I get. Keep in mind that Michael Cohen has been talking to New York Attorney General, Letitia James for, and months. He knows where all the proverbial bodies are buried. Oh, he knows lots. I Am Legend, subscribe and like. Thank you so much. Thank you. I Am Legend. I really appreciate it. scrolled again. Let me go back up because I really want to get into some stuff, but I want to read what you're saying. Let me see. Ronald, I don't know what the acronym means, but I believe the EBT stands for the card that people use to access their SNAP benefits, and I hope this helps. Thank you. Yes, and that's exactly what, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Ronald. That's what T said. Thanks. I love hearing what you have to, T is talking to Harper. I love hearing what you have to say. Your words are very supportive and encouraging to me. Oh, it's awesome. Two amazing women that I'm friends with. Thank you. Thank you. I want all the credit. You both are wonderful. That's so sweet. I hope I can give you a glimmer of hope that's not all, that not all is lost. And Harper is very, very, like, she's not like one of those that, like, she says it like it is. When Harper says something, I know she's done her research. So I hope so. We're all counting on you, Harper. No, I'm just kidding. No pressure. Carried back. Hello. I've been here the whole time. I didn't realize that my comments were not getting through. Great. Oh, thank you. Carried back. I know who you are now. I don't know why your comments weren't going through. That's really weird. But I got this one. So you're in. Yay. Thank you so much for being here. You add so much to the discussion. So jump on in. Rowan Harris, it means, electronic benefits transfer. Oh my God, everybody's helping. I knew they would. Thank you. T, depression is one of 3 mental health disorders I have. When you speak, it helps my depression and gives me hope. Racism has been a huge contributor to my depression. Kim, yes. Oh, yes. T, thank you so much for sharing that. And, it's sort of funny when I think of T and Harper, 2 of the most amazing, upstanding people I know. And they both have mental health issues, and they're amazing people. I just wish it wasn't such a stigma thing. It's ridiculous. You can have a heart attack, you can have heart disease. Oh, that's fine. But God forbid your medical disorder has to do with mental health. It's ridiculous. Anyone who knows me really well knows that my family and I have gone through sheer living hell with this kind of thing. So I support you guys 1,000,000,000%. And I'm just so proud of both of you. I mean, I'm not your mom, but thank you so much for just being you. I am going to back it up. I honestly have met some of the nicest people on the planet here. And talk about my mental health. Do you realize how much that means to me? To be able to talk every week to people who get it, people who truly care, not fake liberals, not people who are people who truly care. It has honestly made my life complete. And I know you might think, what? But before I'll be just completely honest. Before I learned about online stuff, I didn't know anybody who felt the way I felt. Not one person. And I thought, I'm just not meant to be here. I don't mean like suicidally speaking, but I'm just, something's wrong with me. I don't know anybody who thinks this, but to me, it's so obvious. When I was 6 years old, I noticed racism. I didn't know what it was, but I'm not saying, oh, look at me, I'm so great. It's just people are born differently. Some people notice it when they're older. Some people don't, I was like, why are people being so mean to certain people? I was a slow child. I didn't really know it was the tan, the shade of the skin, but I knew something intuitively and I didn't understand it. And it hurt me. It hurt me a lot. And I didn't know what it was. I had to find out what it was. And I'm sure that adds to why I have to talk about it. I have to. I can't be quiet. Patrice, hello. I hope you're still here. I did not mean to ignore you. I am thrilled to have you. Thank you. Thank you. Jump right in and join the conversation. Mako, I am glad people here can help you. Racism takes a huge toll on me too. It's very stressful. This is why I love coming to this show. And thank you so much, Mako. This is I know for me, this is kind of like a therapy session. I mean, I'm not trying to be exaggerating here, but I need to know that people get what I see and get. They get it. I need to know I'm not crazy. Because I just thought like something was wrong with me for the longest time. Not literally, oh my God, something's wrong with me, but just like, I'm not like other, like I had no one to connect with. I thought, I don't know. I just thought I was alone. I thought I was alone. I don't know how to put it. And just knowing I'm not is like, yeah, I'm okay. People, this is a thing. It's not me. It's not me. I'm not just like imagining this or whatever, right? It's hard to be alone. And I can't imagine if I wasn't a white person, how it would feel. But I will try every day of my life until my last breath to try to find out and figure it out and see what I can do to help. And that's not to be some hero. It's for me because I have to. I just have to. Let me see. Harper. Thanks, T. Thank you for sharing that. I do have bipolar. I get harassed for supporting Black Lives Matter, but that is much different than dealing with any Black or brown person deals with it. Right, absolutely. It's absolutely great point, but it is a very, very life-changing thing. And Harper, you're amazing. You, both of you. Patrice, thank you for bringing the truth to me. Oh my God, it is my honor. I wish I could do more. That's like, get your friends to I need to reach more people. I'm like a crazy person. I need to reach more people. I want to reach more people, not to hurt them, not to tell them, oh, you're a horrible racist. No, to teach them the truth. You don't have to call someone a racist to get them to, in fact, if you do, probably wouldn't do any good. Just teach our real racial history. If you're a white person, just teach our real racial history. And anyone with a brain can figure it out that this society is out of control with systemic racism. By teaching our real racial history, you don't have to call people racist. It's our society. It's not about us. It's a society. It's systemic. So that's what I say. But I wish to hell I could do more. That would make my life complete. I know that sounds goofy. You can laugh. Oh, go ahead and laugh. I can't hear you anyway. Okay. But no, it would make my life complete. Jamie, your comments aren't going through. I saw you say hello and then this one. I'm sorry. I do not know why. And Harper, I just say it like it is. Hyatt 95, if you're still here, what are you angry about though? I am angry that I will tell you. The reason I'm angry is because this is not the way life is supposed to be. It's just not. We live in a nation. We've amended our Constitution, which is what we're supposed to do, to change over time. Liberty and justice actually should mean everybody. Okay? It should mean all people, not all people who have very, very little active melanin, very little active melanin. No, everybody. Okay? And that it's an ongoing crime against humanity. And I'm angry at my fellow humans for allowing this to happen, perpetuating it, and not giving a shit. I'm not angry at the Klan people. That they're a very small percent and very, very, well, maybe bigger than I think, but a very, very obvious. I'm angry that people, white folks, hang out and go through their entire life and do not do a thing about systemic racism. It's disgusting. It enrages me. I don't hate the people. I want to motivate them to care. It's that large group of people who do the most damage by upholding the status quo and allowing this to happen. Can you imagine if there was just imagine a world with no systemic racism? How about just our country? Even a state, hell, a city, I'll take whatever. Imagine that people aren't being oppressed. They're not being marginalized. White people who are, oh, a Black person. No, they'd be like, oh, hey, what's up? Like they wouldn't be like afraid just because they have dark skin. It's like this whole thing, this is nuts. The stress of this all is just insane. It's cruel. It's wrong. It's hurtful. Hello. It is a crime against humanity. That's why I'm pissed. I didn't know I signed up for this. Okay. I was born. And I won't be quiet about it because it is unconscionable. And I hope that answered your question. It's a good question. Let me see. Jamie, I don't know why your stuff's not going through. Cole, I don't know how to say this. Uh-oh. I don't know how to say this. Well, just say it. If it's like really bad, they won't put it through. If it's mean to me, I'll be like, oh, I don't really get offended. I'll be like, oh, how could you? I don't know how to say this. Just say what you need to say. If it's really bad, you got to get kicked off. Anyone else is, yeah, probably not appropriate. That's the only thing. We got to stick to the topic. That's not the topic. Let me see. I'm backing it up again. Okay. GTD. Kim, I might be backlashed about this, but putting back is just might finally give good American people the push that it needs to get their act together. What do you mean by putting back? Like putting people down, or like explain more, because I'm not 100% sure, but I want to know what you think. Right? Carry back. Here's a related issue to which most people, folks are oblivious. The SCOTUS session ends this month. It's often the moment justices step down. Justice Breyer, 82 years old. You need to do it. ASAP to be continued. Let me find it. Don't risk a repeat of RBG. RBG. Where is she? Here she is. Here she is. Here she is. Hey. Sorry. That's my dog. Okay, sorry. I've become infantile. Okay, sorry. Don't, back to the comment. Don't risk a repeat of RBG replacement fiasco. If one Senate seat somehow flips Democrat to Republican, the GOP will once again control the judiciary, and we're looking at a 7-2 court. Excellent point. A fourth point of the night. Dang, you guys are on a roll. Thank you. Number one, fourth point of the night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're definitely not crazy, Kim. You just had to find your people. Thank you. T, you're wonderful. Thank you so much. Garrick, you have empathy, Kim, as some people don't. They have a mentality, I don't have to deal. They have a mentality, I don't have to deal because I'm so-called better with it, but God forbid if this shoe was on the other foot, they couldn't handle it. Right. It's like I mean, based on just general white fragility and our inability to even talk about racism, just to talk about it, I'm going to say, if the shoe were on the other foot, we would not be doing well. We're too afraid to even talk about race, most white people, because we don't want to seem racist. And it's like, for the love of God, it's not about us. It's about a system that we participate in. By doing nothing and being fragile and afraid, we're upholding it. We're helping to keep it. So we got to make it not about us. Thank you. That's an excellent point. And Garrick, thank you very much. It was really kind. Cole, guys, I just tried to, oh, no. That's not appropriate. No. Yeah. Not good. Let me see. Ay. Okay, hang on a second. We're being spammed, but hopefully that'll go away for a while. Let me see. Harper. I was diagnosed with bipolar in 96. It took me a long time to accept it. Once I wasn't ashamed, it amuses me when I tell someone early on in meeting, and then I get the, oh my God, look, yeah. You are wonderful, and you are so in touch. I love it. You should be like the poster child for, the poster woman for just saying, bring it on. You've been through living hell, and you're amazing. I'm serious. Do you have a therapist you could talk about your issues too. Oh, this is a public, yeah, no, yeah. Thank you, T, you're so sweet. You're so nice. Yeah, I think I blocked him. I think I did. Oh, goodness. You guys, we got down to content. I think I got through everybody. Let's talk about, oh my gosh, and I have a video to show. Oh my God, if I can figure out how to do it. Really fast. Yeah, thank you. Yes, I think so. I hope so. Thank you. Flynn's votes yes for the coup. Did you guys see that? Give me a yes. I'll give you a quick overview if you did not see it. This is out of control. Retired 3-star general and a former national security advisor supporting a military coup is reckless and disgraceful, but is it illegal? Okay. Oh, of course, T, of course. I know I need a moderator. Any volunteers? I had my moderator quit and I loved her, but she can't do it for various reasons. But yeah, I do. I think I got him. I just maybe a little late, but any volunteers? Oh, goodness. I'll take that one. Screenshot. That'll get reported. One second. Let me do a quick screenshot because that is a threat. And we don't do those. Not good. Not good. Okay. Got it. You do? You're hired. Let me see if I can put you on right now. Oh, goodness. Harper. Oh my God. Here, look, we can just end this fiasco. Okay, there's that. And then I am legend. You'd be wonderful. There we go. Okay, I think I did it. And I'm really easygoing with the moderating, but I mean, it's kind of obvious. Sorry, guys. Thank you. I am legend. Thank you. You see, sorry about, we meant to write Trump. Putting Trump in government may finally get the lazy American people to take or put the country back in its correct direction. Yeah, I see what you're saying and stuff. I think it'll be just too late. Like, I think it might be too late now, but yeah, I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Makes sense. Harper, you're hilarious. Okay, let us move on. Thank you, T. You're the best. Thank you so much. And as a moderator, I always, like, when it's iffy, I always ask questions and, do all that. But I mean, I'm not asking questions. This one's pretty obvious. But this person just, wants attention or whatever. So a retired, okay, blah, blah, blah. So is it illegal? Flynn made the comment at a QAnon-themed conference in Texas this past weekend. After Flynn delivered a speech to the group, a man in the audience, remember, General Flynn was in Trump's, one of Trump's people. He was caught doing bad things, but Trump, cleared him of these things. He gave him a pass. So now he's on the QAnon circuit, I suppose. And this is what happened. If you didn't see it, I'll just really quickly describe it. After Flynn delivered a speech to the group, a man in the audience rose and said, "I'm a simple Marine. I want to know why what happened in Myanmar can't happen here." Now, he was referring to the February military coup in Myanmar. Horrible thing. Amid much whooping and clapping like, yay, from the crowd, Flynn said, "No reason. I mean, it should happen." Flynn said that a coup should happen here. Now, Flynn has since denied saying this, but I'm sorry, it's on tape. It's on a show. It's all over the internet. He did this. It's even on my YouTube channel if you want to check it out. Here's a quote from Robert Reich. He is a very brilliant person that I follow. Robert Reich says, "Can someone please explain to me why the hell Michael Flynn has not been arrested? This weekend, he publicly advocated the violent military overthrow of the United States government." And 100% go Robert Reich. Love the guy. Vindman, do you remember him? Who was treated horrifically by Trump because he was honest when he testified, offered to court-martial Michael Flynn over his apparent call for a military coup, which I cannot tell you how happy that would make me. Words do not suffice. Okay. Vindman he and his twin brother worked at the White House, they've been working there forever. Wonderful, what seems like incredibly great people. So tell me what you think. Do we want Flynn to, I don't know if it's illegal what he did. Let me just, Nails and Glitter is blocked. Nails and Glitter shouldn't be blocked. I didn't block. Oh, somebody blocked her just now? Maybe explain. Nails and Glitter should not be blocked on here. Penny's Garden. Yes, I can see your comments. Welcome. No, Nails and Glitter, not for me, she's not. Anyway. Yeah, no. Oh, how do we unblock Nails and Glitter? I don't know how she got blocked to begin with. It doesn't even make sense because I didn't block her. Oh, YouTube blocked her? I'm not sure how to unblock somebody because I have somebody else who's blocked too that I don't know how. I can try to figure it out. I'll work on it. But I did not. I would never. No. We're friends. I would never do that to her. Thank you. I'll try to figure it out. Thanks, T. Yeah, something she's going. What's going on here? Maybe just YouTube. So then the next thing, I really want to get to the videos, the video they have. But the next comment is the topic I have is learning the truth is bad. My friend talked to me today and he just wanted to clarify, which is understandable because he's been working his butt off. Is this critical race theory basically teaching the racial truth of America's history? And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. It's just what it is. It's just teaching the truth. So I want to get into that a little bit. GTV, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you. Oh, GETV, thank you so much for your support and being here and your comments. And we will see you next week. Oh, Penny was trying to chat for a while, decided to use an alternate. Oh, are you Nails and Glitter? Yes? Maybe. Give me a yes. Are you saying that you're Nails and Glitter? Let me just see. Yes, I was born. Okay. So surprisingly, Harper. So what he did wasn't court martialable. It was not because Vindman kind of alluded to it that maybe it was. I don't know. I don't know if you can court martial a retired. I mean, I don't know. Nails and Glitter, hello. Where have you been? Oh, that's so weird. I didn't block you. Oh my God, I would never do that to you. I really need to learn how to use YouTube. I'm just confessions. I am just terrible, but I am learning. I'm taking lots of tutorials and stuff, but I'm trying to learn. I would never do that. I would never. Well, you know me, I would never do that. But I'm also kind of terrible with technology. So God knows what I've done, but I know what blocking someone is. And no, not me, but that's kind of weird. So we'll work it out. We'll figure out something. Good night, GETV. Thanks for being here. Learning the truth. Okay, I'll just do a quick rundown for people who aren't following it. And I want to know what you think. I did a bunch of videos on this. Thanks, T. I'm with us now. I'm with us. It's like whitewashing and excluding or even rebranding or just pretending it doesn't exist. Racial history in America is nothing new, obviously, but we've moved on to something more troubling, much more troubling. You're funny. In Washington, 39 Republican senators called History Education that focuses on systemic racism, a form of activist indoctrination, Well, isn't that sweet? That is the biggest bunch of BS I've ever heard in my life. Okay, maybe there's been worse, but that's up there. Indoctrination, our real racial history. Like I said in the video I did, so now 1+1 can't equal 2 because it upsets somebody. You might indoctrinate them to the truth that if you add 1 to 1, it equals 2. I mean, come on. They can talk about it, they can rewrite it, they can do whatever they want, but it's still our history. And scores of states have passed or tried to pass, as we speak, actual laws making it illegal to teach our real racial history, which, as you can tell, when I start talking like this, I'm getting mad. That is absolutely unconscionable, obnoxious, ludicrous. There's no words. I don't have a good enough vocabulary, okay? From school boards to the halls of Congress, Republicans are mounting an energetic campaign aimed to dictate how historical and modern racism in America is taught. Unfreaking believable. They do not want critical race theory taught. They do not want the 1619 Project taught. They do not want teachers to be, they don't want teachers to have training in systemic oppression or implicit bias. Basically, what they're saying is they do not want teachers to treat Black, brown, and Indigenous and their white students, I'll explain later, with equity and justice and equality. Why do I say and their white students? Because they're white. Because they're watching. They are watching. They're watching the white teacher do cruel things to the Black, brown, and Indigenous people. And I promise you, little eyes are watching. Little eyes are watching. And this is disgusting. And I wanted to really do a quick clarification. The 1619 Project, for people who don't know, is an ongoing initiative from the New York Times Magazine that began in August in 2019, 400th anniversary of the beginning of American slavery. Not a great date, but a great date we must remember. Its aim is to frame the country's history by placing the consequences of slavery and the contribution of Black Americans at the center of the national narrative, where it should be. It's called history. It's our history, so hence it should be there. I'm not sure how else to put it. Garrick, when it comes to speaking about race, America is comfortable with its favorite buzzword to avoid the topic, playing the race card. We all need to tell them avoiding the issue is not only going to make it, is only going to make it worse. Absolutely. There is no race card. Our entire nation was born out of the near genocide of the native people who live here and built and made wealthy on the backs of humans who were forced into an enslaved non-human status by white people. So let's just get that straight. So there is no race card. This entire nation's life, livelihood, existence is the race card, okay? Because that's what we are. So there's no card. And when people say that, that just is unbelievably, don't get me started. I won't even go there. Okay. Okay. Critical race theory. Thank you, Garrick. Yes. I think it's time for oppressed folks to leave. Oh yeah. Wait. You mean wait, are you saying I don't know if you're here earlier, but I was talking about an exit. Sandra, yay. I hope you finished your work. We were talking earlier, Penny, I'm Nails and Glitter, about having an exit plan and how people feel about it. I know Philip Scott has been a heavy advocate for that. When I interviewed with him, I kind of he asked me what I thought of that. And I said, I was honest. I'm not there yet. I'm not, obviously it's none of my business, quite frankly, but I'm not there yet. I'm there now. I'm there. Oh yeah, I'm there. Sandra, yay. I'm happy you're here. We're just kind of wrapping stuff up. I got a few things going on still to show. I am legend. Oh, you couldn't comment at the time. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, God, so sorry. I got you now. I got you. When I have children, I will have them homeschool. They need to know the truth and be taught correctly. I taught my 3 children. Absolutely. Taught my 3 children. In fact, I've had a really rough time being a parent, if I could be completely candid. It hasn't been what I thought it would be for a variety of reasons. Um, and it's been very, very hard on me as a person who thought, you know, like society basically blamed the parent for everything. The one thing I've been really focusing on is, despite any issues that my kids have, I have raised them to be amazing citizens. They are not perfect. They are not, I'm not one of those parents like, oh, my child. But I can say, when push comes to shove, you don't even have to. I have kids that will never stand and watch while their fellow human is being harmed with injustice, inequality. And that's a really important thing to me. And it's kind of allowed me to be okay with the whole how things went down. Critical race theory. If you're not sure what it is, I say it's our racial history, but there's a formal definition. It's referring to the teaching of racial history in a way that recognizes systemic racism is a part of American society and challenges the beliefs that allow it to flourish. And that's the simplest definition I could find. It's basically teaching our real racial history instead of pretending things didn't happen, like the dozens and dozens of massacres of Black human beings, just like Black Wall Street. It's not the only one. It's the only one many people have heard of because they were white. But I'm doing a video on it. It's going to take me a while because I'm going to do thorough research. But my video will be coming out, and if you see it, please pass it to the world because I want people to see it. I want people to know the truth, because if you don't know the truth about our real racial history, then you are rendered absolutely beyond ignorant about the problems we have now. You have an ahistorical, uneducated perspective, and nobody wants that, because basically you don't know anything about it, because you don't know the history. Because see, history is still happening. Okay, it didn't end at emancipation. It didn't end in 1964. It didn't end when we had a Black president, and it didn't end when more people started realizing systemic racism is the basic, it is who we are in America. So it's not over. Okay. The last thing I wanted to do for people who didn't, let me just see. Thank you, T. Thank you. I don't want to skip anybody. Oh, goodness, I'm about to skip somebody. Garrick, from personal experience as a Black male, when you break the negative stereotype, racists will lash out more. Oh, yes. You are treated differently. Ostracized, have more pressure on you, and it is obvious. Garrick, you and we need to do a video on that if you're comfortable with it, because I know we've been talking about this, and you have had an incredible experience, and it's every time you talk or I read your comments or I talk to you on the phone, I hear a similar theme, and people need to know. It absolutely makes sense. If imagine living in a world where white people are just whatever. There's no racism. We finally just stop this nonsense. We stop it. Imagine how life could be without all that tension and serious and it's not a controversial issue. It's a white problem. And for so many centuries in our country, we white people, being the people in charge, I suppose, with the power, have made it like we have a Black problem. We don't have a Black person problem, an African-American person problem, an indigenous person. No, no, no. The problem is us, the white folks. And that's just a fact. That's not like, oh, trying to guilt somebody out. There's nothing, this is just, we have created laws to hurt our fellow humans on purpose, over and over and over. We need to make it stop. It's just a fact. That's all I'm saying. Characters think of phrases in terms of power. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so voter suppression. I don't know if you guys have heard this. But this, I'm going to attempt, this is my attempt to play you this little short video from Biden, and I want to know what you think. I did not hear this until today. I think it was like yesterday. So let me try to share the screen for a moment and see what happens. Okay, let's just see what happens. Ta-da. All right, hopefully this is like a 2-minute video. I hope that you guys haven't seen this, or maybe you'll see it twice and you'll be okay. But I saw this today, I'm like, I want to know what folks think about this.
In 2020, we faced a tireless assault on the right to vote. Restrictive laws, lawsuits, threats of intimidation, voter purges, and more. We resolved to overcome it all, and we did. More Americans voted in the last election than any, in the midst of a pandemic, than any election in American history. You got voters registered. You got voters to the polls. The rule of law held. Democracy prevailed. We overcame. But today, let me be unequivocal. I've been engaged in this work my whole career, and we're going to be ramping up our efforts to overcome again. I will have more to say about this at a later date, a truly unprecedented assault on our democracy, an effort to replace nonpartisan election administrators and to intimidate those charged with tallying and reporting the election results. But today, as for the act of voting itself, I urge voting rights groups in this country to begin to redouble their efforts now to register and educate voters. And in June should be a month of action on Capitol Hill. I hear all the folks on TV saying, why doesn't Biden get this done? Well, because Biden only has a majority of effectively 4 votes in the House and a tie in the Senate, with 2 members of the Senate who vote more with my Republican friends. But we're not giving up. Earlier this year, the House of Representatives passed For the People Act to protect our democracy. The Senate will take it up later this month, and I'm going to fight like heck with every tool at my disposal for its passage. The House is also working on the John Lewis Voting Rights Act, which is critical to providing new legal tools to combat the new assault on the right to vote. To signify the importance of our efforts, today I'm asking Vice President Harris to help these efforts and lead them among her many other responsibilities. With her leadership and your support, we're going to overcome again, I promise you, but it's going to take a hell of a lot of work. In 2020, we faced a tireless assault on the right to vote.
Uh-oh, now I have to get back. Okay. I don't know if you can hear me. Can you give me a yes? I'm so bad with technology. Oh my goodness. I suck. T, you saw it. Cool. What do you think? What do you guys think of this? I've never heard a president talk about this before so openly. I don't buy the excuse that Biden says that why he's not doing anything. Why does he say he's not doing anything? I don't buy that excuse that Biden says about why he's not doing anything. Yes, you can hear me. Okay, good. Thank you so much. Because I don't know how to switch it back. Apparently, I have no clue how to get back, but you can see me with this little map. Oh, wait, yes, I do. Wait. Okay. Oh my God. I did it. Harper, it says they have to stop playing nice. Screw the bipartisan crap. We haven't overcome anything. Yeah, I just don't know about, like, I have some serious concerns. I mean, I think it's great that he brought this topic up, but I don't know. What do you guys, let me just see something. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted you to see that because I wanted to know what you think. It's almost as if he thinks he can't play like if that were Trump, he'd be like, he'd be threatening every state, you better let people vote or else. And I mean, no, that's not presidential, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying like Biden should be like Trump, but boy, you know, being sweet and cute and tender is lovely, but it's not going to change anything. I don't think he should make threats. I'm sorry, but Kamala said flat out she won't do anything for Black folks, and the Biden admin isn't doing anything. Yeah, okay, there's one opinion. Thank you for your opinion, Harper, because Biden is still playing nice and still thinks he gets bipartisan support. He can't, right? Hell, he can't get those other two to even vote with him all the time. Harper, good point. Penny or nails? Absolutely. I don't think of what Trump would do. I know it's very hard to imagine. Think about what Trump would do if he were actually a decent human being and said, God damn it, there's no way I'm going to allow this voter suppression. He'd be threatening, he'd be circumventing he'd be upholding the opposite. He'd be upholding our Constitution. He'd be, you know, and I'm not saying that I like that style, but when Harper says, like, we can't keep playing nice, I tend to really, yeah. Our democratic republic, our oligarchy, whatever the hell this thing we live in is, it's going down. I don't think playing nice is even, no, we can't. Garrick, this is pretty, Harper, absolutely. This is pretty scary that we are seeing, they literally passed suppression laws that you can't have a bottle of water in line to vote. They are going Jim Crow 3.0. It's just getting, it's insanity. It's I don't mean in the medical, I mean, it's off the rocker. You know, there are certain levels of bullshit. It's an unprecedented level of bullshit, I guess you could say. It's unbelievable, really, but oh, so believable. Harper, I actually believe a lot of what Biden and Harris said on the campaign trail. In my eyes, they have failed. I actually believed. Oh, okay. So let me read that again. I want to make sure it's accurate. I actually believed a lot of what Biden and Harris said on the campaign trail. In my eyes, they have failed. They haven't lived up to it, is what you're saying. Is that right? They have not lived up to it. I just know what Harper keeps saying. Sorry, I'm going to use you as the fall gal. Harper, you're right. Playing nice is not an option. If we think things are bad now, when Trump or a Trump wannabe or a Hitler Roman numeral 3 or 5 or 4 or whatever takes over, we will see atrocities that this nation has never imagined. We are following in Hitler's footsteps, and it's really scary, you guys. Talk about our real racial history for a moment. I'm going to quickly try to switch for the very last thing. And I so appreciate people being here. You guys are just wonderful. I am wanting so much to gain more subscribers so that the algorithm picks up my videos. I'm not so great at this, but I have a lot of passion, and with some help from people who believe in me, I think, it'll get there. So I really count on people to help spread the word with videos. And I know it's a lot of work, and, maybe you think people don't listen, but you just never know who's watching. Change is going to run into 24. They need to get stuff done now. Mr. F. Black, systemic racism is one situation where if you're not part of the solution, then you're part of the problem. Absolutely. Inactivity only maintains the system of white supremacy. Absolutely. And like I said at the beginning, it's not the Klan members. Yeah, they're unconscionable, but it's the masses of white people who do absolutely nothing. They are the ones who I will beg on my pride's gone. I will beg on my freaking hands and knees. I will teach anybody where they're at, anybody, as long as they want to learn. Garrick, Penny, Nails, time to leave, y'all. Yeah. Make a plan. I don't advise people who are Black, Brown, Indigenous. I don't tell them what to do, how to run their life. It's not my place. But I can tell, as my fellow humans, everybody make a plan. I'm assuming you're not saying like you need to go tonight and you're saying goodbye. I'm assuming you mean like the overall picture. Silly me. Garrick, things will change when a senator goes Ike Turner on Mitch McConnell, or someone who wants to get in the way if they want to take it there. It might have to get that iron fist style. Yeah. Somebody has to stand up and say, this ends with me. Someone with power, someone who people will listen to, someone who says, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing this charade. No. Mr. Voswell, this is why many in the Black community who voted for Biden and Harris are silent right now. They're feeling voters' remorse. Is that right? Yeah, I still believe it was the lesser of, two evils. I don't know. I don't know what to say. All I know is Trump's running half the country right now. Easily. And I think we're going down. Excuse me, I'm going to switch over really fast. I know it is getting late. Now I'm just showing off because I can do this. I can kind of do it. Maybe let's see if I can do it. Oh, crap. Sorry, I didn't do it. I can't do it. What did I do? Okay, right. Boom. No. What did I do before? Oh, I did it. Okay. You guys, seriously, I'm the disabled of technology. Okay. Can you guys see this little poster? Uh-oh. I don't see the poster. Do you see the poster? It's not looking. Oh, there's yay! I wanted to show you guys this as I am legend, Mr. F is Black. That is true. Nothing but crickets from them. Yeah, really sad. Well, I voted for Biden. Certainly didn't want Trump, but Biden wasn't my first choice. Yeah, me too, Tia. It wasn't even my 10th choice, but yeah. I felt that there was just no comparison, and I still feel that way. Trump's a monster. He was a monster before he was president. He's a horrific human being. I don't know what to say about Biden. I obviously, like the person who was here earlier said, we're considered like far right in Europe. Basically, this is not progressive. This is incredibly conservative. And I think it is adding to the end. T, I still believe Biden was the right choice, if not for Warren and Sanders losing. Right. I definitely wanted Warren or Sanders. I had problems with each of them in their own ways, but they were, more progressive, at least more. It's like, I did a video the other day, and I don't think I really got my point across. My point was, we have such low standards. We have bought into this. If we're not millionaires, we're undeserving of everything. No, we're human beings with human and civil rights. We are deserving of healthcare in a wealthy nation. We are deserving of affordable housing. We are deserving of a living wage. We are absolutely brainwashed. Maybe not you personally, but our society is brainwashed to believe that if we are not wealthy, that we are not worthy. And that's depraved. That's depraved. I am legend. Biden is the lesser of two evils. I think with Trump in office, it was bringing racism to the forefront, so people became more aware of it, and it was being addressed more. Yeah, I think 100% I agree with you. The problem is, it was also being addressed more, but it was also, he was circumvent. Oh my God, he was doing everything he could to circumvent our Constitution and to go against the spirit of our Constitution. And I don't think we could take another minute of him in regards to trying to keep some sort of form of a democratic republic. That's just my opinion, or oligarchy or whatever. I just think we're going down. I wanted Buttigieg, but this country is not ready for a gay man. Yeah, he's interesting. I didn't know that you were a Buttigieg fan. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, this country's not ready for a lot of things. We got issues, people. I wanted to close tonight by showing you, and you've probably already seen this, but this is just, and this isn't even including everything. This is a pick your massacre and research it. I don't really like that because it makes it sound flippant. But I will include each of these to the best of my ability in my next video that will explain that Black Wall Street's just the most famous one, really. There's also something happened in Los Angeles. I mean, every day I learn something new, and it's not good with my racial history. It's not usually a good thing. A lot of Black people are too conservative for progressives, but that is really what we needed. Yeah. And it's true. And I'm not sure 100% why, but I don't understand why anyone wouldn't be progressive, but that's just me. Like, why? Progressive, humans first, humanity first over greed. I don't get it, but that's just my own burden. I will never get it. But yeah, anyway, so I wanted to show you that little map on there. It's just a brief map. Many, many more things have happened. I mean, God, I can think of them off the top of my head, but thank you so much for being here. Biden spoke at the commemorating the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa race massacre. And Americans, a lot of us are learning for the very first time about this, but Tulsa isn't the only race massacre and that we were never taught about in school. It absolutely is not. In the past, these murders took place. They were whitewashed out or briefly spoken about or just completely forgotten. And they were called race riots. And that's absolutely a lie. A race riot implies that there's two sides. There aren't two sides to massacres, race-related massacres. There aren't two sides. So let's call it what it is. They're massacres. And rest assured, these were not race riots. These were white people attacking Black people and murdering and maiming and terrorizing them. They were race massacres done by white people. And I'm hoping to do a really nice video on this for everybody. I hope you like it. I'm going to take the last comments. Mr. Black, I saw right through Sanders and Warren as soon as I heard their stance on reparations. I was shocked about their stance on reparations. That's all I can say. T. Rogers, remember, most Black people are only Democrats because when the Republican Party turned on them in the past. Just like my video. Yay. Yep. I just did a video on it. Black people are actually very conservative. Yeah. Traditional. And yeah, no, absolutely. I see what you're saying. Yep. Yeah, did you guys realize that Jackie Robinson was that political? I didn't. And I'm ashamed to admit, I did not know that he was that political. When I saw him at the 1964 Republican congressional, RN National Republican National Convention, I was like, dang, that's awesome. That's awesome. But I know he was chosen to be the first baseball player on purpose. So I'm not surprised that, he was that amazing. Not Republican mindset, according to what Republicans represent today, but more so conservative. No, I hear you. I hear you. I have Republicans in my family who are no longer Republicans because of what they are today. So no, I know what conservative, I get it. I really do. But yeah, it's interesting. I never thought about it that way too much. Like I thought about it before today, but not too much. But yeah, I mean, it's more traditional, I guess. But yeah, the Republicans of today, oh my God. I'm sorry, it's a clan. Just saying. It's a clan. All right, I'm gonna say goodnight. If you believe, like I do, that it is way past time for white America to learn our real racial history, find our voices, and use our privilege to help focus on the real problem, which is the oligarchy, the wealthiest elites making rules and laws that benefit them and screw everyone else. And use your voice to stop your fellow humans from being racist by teaching them. That's what white folks need to do. It's the least we can do. Harper, Mr. Rusback, I missed what they said about reparations. I need to look that up. Thanks for letting me know. I wouldn't have voted for either of them, but it's still important to know what BS they said. Yeah, well, I mean, being in a nation that is kind of run right now on capitalism on steroids, capitalism above, it was never meant to be a lifestyle, but that's what it is. The bottom line, or money, speaks volumes. Talks cheap. And I know it's so cliche to say, but talks cheap. So good night, family. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much, everybody. I cannot explain to you how much it means for just to have you here tonight. So I'm all on this cake high because of my kid's birthday. And if you believe in what I'm trying to do, please consider subscribing, passing the videos out. I don't have a personal account, so I don't have any friends I can send my videos to. So I'm counting on you guys, no pressure, because I got booted off. But I just appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know. And have a great night. And I will see you in a week. Thanks for watching. And please encourage your friends and family, or whoever you think is appropriate, to come watch on Wednesdays. All right. Good night. Mwah. You guys are amazing and wonderful. And thanks for putting up with my very, very poor technical skills. All right. Good night, everybody. Stay in touch. Rick, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I will say goodnight to everybody. I'll write a little bit more. Yay. Thank you. And don't be shy. If you're a person watching and don't say anything, don't be shy. No one is more goofy than me. Like, if you think you're going to make a mistake or feel like a goof, I win. I'm always doing like ridiculously, accidentally, of course. Okay. I'll tell you stories and you'll never feel bad. Don't be shy with me. Okay. Good night, everybody. 10 minutes later, I found out where the end button is. Think I'm kidding? I'm not. Okay, what do I do? I'm pathetic, but I'm me. What can I say? I think I did it. Hey, I think I'm off. I don't know. One doesn't. Oh my God, look at this rat's nest. Ugh. Hey, Bob. I let my hair down. It's so funny. Sky didn't recognize me because I just let my hair be normal. She's like, what's going on with you? Oh, okay. I'll tell you later. Sorry. I think I'm done. I don't know. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Okay, what is this? Ducky. Okay, maybe it's just. Oh wow. Thanks for all your support, honey, oney. Mute audio. Stop video. Okay, I'll stop video. I don't know. Oh, that cake. I ate too much cake. I am pig. Stop share. I am P-I-G pig. A bear. A bear. A bear. Mm-hmm. Oh, it has my name. Edit video. Okay. Rubber ducky. You're the one. I can't wait to sleep. I can't wait to sleep. Oh. Oh my God, I'm like hacking up a lung here. Follow me. I don't know what that means. How did you get taken away from my thing? No, are you kidding? Oh, I'm like singing. Oh crap, that's not good. Oh shit. Oh, that ain't good. Okay, wait. That is so funny. Oh, yes.